Right. All right, just getting a couple more things situated here. I think we are all good to go. Looks like we are streaming successfully. Everything looks good. All right, so welcome to Furry-Paws. This is a game that was made in 2003, so it does count as part of our retro games series. This is a game I grew up playing as a kid, and I spent many, many hours on it, but was not very good at it because I was a kid and didn't really understand about leveling up your dogs and, you know, trying to make their skills better and stuff like that. Now, also at the time that I was playing, coat color genetics were not really a thing. So that is a new feature that's been added to this game. And what we are going to be doing is, you can see my kennel full of Australian Shepherds because they have the most interesting coat color genetics on this game. We are going to be breeding a few different ones. And then let me actually just pull up my last spreadsheet. I have already picked out which males and females I'm going to breed together, so let's see, I just need to open tab 2 here. And I'm going to go ahead and pull back my hood because that was entirely for the intro. And also, I have a really janky setup right now. I do have folks on TikTok, so hi everyone on TikTok. I'm just doing this so that you guys can see that I do in fact have a stream going, and so if you're interested, just hop over to YouTube or Twitch. You can find the links in my bio. Alright, so I have been leveling up all of these dogs in my kennel for the last 3 months. As you can see, some of these dogs are kind of old. They are, 90 plus days. Now, one of the dogs I want to zoom in on really quickly. This is Banana's Foster, aka Banana, and he is one of the dogs that I showed in some of my stories. We are actually not going to be using him today. I have him planned for the second round of breeding, which has to be done, I think 12 days after you do a first breeding with a female. Also, at the time that I started this game, I did not realize that the females, after they have their first 2 litters of puppies, the litter quality goes significantly down after that. So some of these females have already been bred twice or even more, so we're not necessarily going to get the highest stat pups. We are just going to get some very interesting ones. So we are going to start with, this dog is called Feast on the Wicked, aka Estrella, and she, I bought her from somebody else. She already had these names, and I figured they seemed to care a lot about the names that they gave their dog, so I kept the name. And according to my chart, we are going to mix her with French vanilla pie, which I'll show you him in a minute, and the gene target for these, which, by the way, the coat color genetics are based on realistic dog coat color genetics. So there are all different kinds of genes that we're going to be playing with. We're going to be playing with brindle genes. We're going to be playing with various dilutions, like that can lead to fawn and cream colored offspring. There's going to be merling, ticking, roaning. There's all different kinds of stuff that we can get with our puppies today. So, Feast on the Wicked, we are going to be mixing with French vanilla pie. So I will go back so you can see. Yes, this is French vanilla pie, aka Fren. Fren has the extreme piebald trait, so that's why so much of his body is white. So I'm going to just go ahead and pop over to my breeding center. And let's go find him on here. There is Fren. Okay, good. So it actually shows the pictures of the dogs. It's been a while since I've done breeding on this, so I've kind of forgotten how it works. That's also why my dogs haven't been put in any of their shows or training today, just in case breeding does take energy. I wanted to make absolutely sure I did not mess the stream up. But anyway, so we have French Vanilla Pie, aka Fren, who are breeding with Feast on the Wicked, aka Estrella. So let's go ahead and breed these two together. And great, it happens instantaneously. They had a litter of 9 puppies. I'm not going to go through the... Well, actually, no. I could actually go through the litters right now. So let me see here. You'll have to forgive me, I'm a little bit sniffly today. So we can view the litter, and let's see what we get. So we got our 9 puppies, and let's see what interesting mixes we got. Reminder, oh, I didn't even say what the gene target was for these guys. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit just like out of it today. What I'm trying to get with them, based on their genetic profiles, is I'm trying to get gene 2 to be fully recessive, which counts for a red coat color. And then gene 3, I wanted to get also double recessive there, and that is for the chocolate pattern. So that's what I'm hoping to get today with these two. So let's see. Let's just take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, do I have to do gene testing? Okay. Hold on, I'm still trying to remember how to do this. So we need to vaccinate them. And gene test. Okay, great. So this is the first thing that you get whenever you do a gene test on your dogs. And it'll give you this really simple little chart to just tell you if they have all the excellent health markers on here. Yeah, these guys are excellent all across the board. So let's just take a look here and let's see. It looks like, okay, puppy 2, we did get the red and chocolate together. Let's see if any other puppies came out with that. Puppy 7. Okay. So puppies 2 and 7 are going to be the ones that I am the most interested in. So now let me see if, now that I've done the gene test, let's see if it actually shows me the puppies now. It does. Okay, so puppy 2 looks pretty normal. I don't see anything that I have not seen yet. So let's look at puppy 7. Okay, and puppy 7 looks a little bit more interesting. So let's see what's going on here. So, okay. They do have a brindle gene available. I'm just looking at their genotype here. Of course, the ATAT, that's going to account for their Irish pattern. This dog does not have any merling, roaning, or ticking, and they just have normal coat color. But let's look at the other puppies, and let's just see what we got. So here's one that looks exactly like mom. It's puppy 1. Puppy 3 also looks almost exactly like mom. Same with puppy 4. Okay, we're getting a lot of Isabellas. Let's see. Okay, puppy 5. Oh, okay, puppy 5 has some darker tan points. Maybe that was what ATAT was? I'm still learning the genetics. There's a lot to look at. But anyway, so we get that one. Wow, we are just getting a lot of them looking exactly like mom. This is crazy. Puppy 9. Okay. So I think of this litter, I'm gonna end up keeping puppy 7 because puppy 7 had that genotype that I was interested in. So that's probably going to be the one that I keep. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're just going to call this keep for now. We can go back later and maybe do names at the end depending on how much time we have. So we're going to keep this little guy. Let's go back. Now that was Feast on the Wicked, and I'm just curious to see. Okay, so breeding them does not take any energy out of them. That's just good to know for later on. Now let's look at my spreadsheet. So next up is going to be Ghostly Silence and Habanero Honey. Let's take a look at those two really quick. I'll just show you kind of a... Or actually... Yeah, no, you can see them a little bit better if I look at the full page of them, so I am going to go ahead and do that. So, let's take a look at Ghostly Silence, aka Indigo. She is very, very dark. And they list her color as brindle black with red points. So you can see here's her brindle gene right here. And she's heterozygous on a lot of these different traits, so she has the potential to produce some interesting looking offspring. She does have some roaning, which is probably just hidden by the black coat. And then let's take a look at who is going to be her mate today. So her mate today is Habanero Honey, and Habanero Honey is one of my favorites. I love his brindle pattern. He looks just like a little tiger, and he's very, very pretty. Looking at his, he actually has double brindle gene, so he is guaranteed going to pass that on to his puppies. And the AY, I think that codes for sable pattern, which can kind of be like a little... you can barely see it, but it's like a little saddle that kind of appears on their back. So let's just go to the breeding center, and let me see what it was I was looking for with them. Okay, so I was hoping to get a double brindle with a fawn coat dilution, just to see what that looked like. I was curious. So let's go ahead and cross these two. Alright, where was Habanero Honey? His name is Hobby for short, by the way, which is super cute. Let's see. Yeah, Ghostly Silence. Let's go ahead and breed. We got 11 puppies this time. So let's go ahead and give them their shots. I'm going to ignore any pop-ups. So we'll just go ahead and vaccinate them, and then let's get that gene test so that we can take a look at what we've got. Looks like all excellent health. Let me see if I got... Okay, we did get some creams. We got creams with some brindle, so... Actually, we got a lot of creams with brindle. We don't necessarily need it, but Puppy 5 has that double, which is nice. So that means Puppy 5, anytime that they're bred, they guarantee passing on the brindle gene, which I really love the brindle. I think that it looks super cool. So Puppy 5 is probably going to be the one we're most interested in. Looking at all these genetics here. Hello everyone! Just in case you're popping in on TikTok, you can see the stream much better on YouTube and Twitch. This is just my attempt to try to show, because I can't get Restream to work and allow me to properly stream TikTok on here as well. So I decided to stop paying for it because that's rude. Alright, so Puppy 5 is going to be the one that I'm the most interested in. Go back to my kennel. Go back to our litters. Hobby and Ghostly Silence. So, I do want to take a look at Puppy 5. Oh my goodness, that is a bright yellow dog. Wow, that's very interesting. And this one is a roaned fawn and white. I definitely don't have another dog that looks like that. And let's see, that was the double that was the double brindle cream. Okay, interesting. It's really ugly. It's a very mustard looking dog, but I might keep it just because it's unique. Let's take a look. Ooh, look at Puppy 1. Oh my goodness. Oh, Puppy 1's so pretty. And I can see that they have the sable going on. Let's see. Brindle fawn with black sable. That's really pretty. Oh, and we do have a little bit of roaning going on. Okay. Interesting. Let's look at Puppy 2. Ooh, Puppy 2 is also pretty. We have a little bit of white there. But I do see this kind of coat pattern a lot, so Puppy 1's a little bit more interesting to me, just because of that salt. Oh my goodness, look at Puppy 3! Oh, wow. Okay. Puppy 3 has a lot going on, and clearly all of the coat genetic overlays are having a bit of a battle here, because the neck looks really weird with all that going on. But this is a unique dog. It's a very unique dog. Roaned brindle fawn and white Irish with chocolate sable. Wow. This might be the most interesting puppy. I might end up keeping Puppy 3. Oh, wow. Okay, puppy 4 is just a solid brown, or red, I guess. That is technically the red color. Let's see what's going on here. So, has that brindle gene. Yeah, has that red, but no chocolate dilution. Yeah, nothing else really crazy going on. Just a red dog. And then puppy 5 is our little mustard one. Ooh, and this one's really dark. My goodness, interesting. Interesting. Roan, brindle, red, and white Irish with black sable. Okay, so that's why this one's darker. Wow. Okay, and puppy 7 is almost exactly the same. Ooh, puppy 8. Wow, okay, this is interesting because they have a really subtle brindle pattern going on right now. So brindle red and white Irish with chocolate sable. That's also pretty interesting. I wish I could keep more than one puppy. It's so sad that I can't. Puppy 9 is kind of another one of the same as before. Oh, wow. Puppy 10, oh my god. What is going on here? Roan, brindle red and white Irish with Isabella sable. That is a freaky looking dog. I might have to keep puppy 10. That's just crazy. That is crazy. And I still don't understand fully what codes for the Isabella pattern. That's a new term to me as of this year. I've never heard of that before, so I don't know what it means. I think it has something to do with having the chocolate dilution, and like this dilution here. But I don't understand because like here's another potential dilution coding here, which this large, this uppercase C, that is just, that's coding for like normal color, whereas anything else, like it has to be recessives in order for it to have some kind of dilution. So that's really interesting. So I might keep puppy 10. And then puppy 11, just really pretty. We love that. So let's see, was it puppy 7 that I thought was, no. I don't remember which puppy I said. There's the mustard one, oh no. Okay, that's right. I liked puppy 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think I said puppy 8 was interesting. Okay. No, we're gonna keep puppy 10. We're gonna keep you. And we're just gonna call you Keep for now. Yay! That way I know what I'm working with. That's just a really wild looking dog, so I'm just keeping it for that reason. Alright. Moving on. Next is going to be Outlaw's Descent and Banana Toffee. Okay, and this was another one that we were looking for, potentially like the red and chocolate together. We've already gotten that, so now we're just curious. We just want to see what's going to go on. Banana Toffee is one of Banana's Foster's descents. So even though we are not using Banana today, Banana Toffee is one of his offspring. Banana Toffee is super cute, called Banoffee for short. And then I'll show you what Outlaw's Descent looks like. This is Outlaw's Descent, also known as Espresso. And yes, I am aware that that is not how you spell it. That is how it was spelled when I bought this dog from somebody else, and I do think they were intending to spell it that way to be fun, so I kept it. So don't get after me. Alright, breeding center. Let us get Banoffee. Banoffee's so cute. I love the ticking. It looks like little chocolate chips on him. And here's Outlaw's Descent right here. Let's go ahead and breed them and view their litter. Find a clinic. Just clicking on whatever's cheap here. I don't necessarily need the amount to be 0. I have over $1 million on this game, so we're okay. And then a gene test. Alright. Everybody's in all excellent health. That's great. We love that. There's not just like a fast link to go to the litter, which kind of bothers me a little bit. Anyway, let's look at Outlaw's Descent. Starting with Puppy 1. Oh, okay. Alright, that's cute. We got the extreme piebald. Puppy 2, yeah, pretty much just looks like Dad. Okay, Puppy 3 is unique. I haven't gotten a dog like this yet with the extreme piebald and the ticking together, so I'm very interested in Puppy 3. Okay, Puppy 4 also kind of looks like Dad. Same with Puppy 5. Puppy 6, okay. Yeah, that one's just okay. And then Puppy 7. So let's see, it was Puppy 5, no. Oh no, which one was it? Puppy 3. Okay, we are keeping Puppy 3. Keep. Save the changes, yes. Alright, we're going through this pretty quickly. This is great. I love this. Let me check my chat window really quickly. Okay, looks like we're doing okay. Check my spreadsheet. We need to scroll down. Alright, next is gonna be Toffee Coffee and Wicked Mango. Toffee Coffee is just a pretty standard looking dog. She's, what do they call her? Just red and white with the Irish pattern. That's Toffee Coffee. And I'm getting confused. Wicked Mango. I can't remember anything for more than 2 seconds. Here's Wicked Mango, who's another beautiful brindle dog, and he's got some ticking as well. So he's pretty. He's very pretty. Alright. Wicked Mango, aka Mango, and Toffee Coffee, aka Toffee. What was I looking for with them? I was just curious. I had no real intentions in mind. I just wanted to see what would happen. They had 8 puppies. So let's go ahead and vaccinate them and do their gene test. Vaccinate. Do our gene test real quick. Everybody's in all excellent health. That's great. Alright. Starting with Puppy 1. Okay, Puppy 1 is basically just mom with ticking. And this is just a darker one. Yeah, this is the chocolate pattern. That one looks exactly like mom, so we are not keeping Puppy 3. Okay, here we go. Just a black and white with ticking. And another. Boring. Boring. And boring. Okay, so I don't even remember. What did I say? What did I say was interesting to me? So I could keep that. One of those. So, yeah, there's red and white with ticking. Red and white with ticking. Chocolate and white with ticking. I guess I pretty much just need to choose between red and chocolate. I feel like I don't get a lot of red dogs, so I think I am going to keep one of the red ones. Let me just make sure there weren't any others. Okay. Potentially keeping... I may need to go through later and check the stats of the other one. Where was the other red with ticking? Was it 22? No, it was not. That's chocolate. Oh, where am I? Okay, here's the other red and Irish with ticking. So we're just going to change its name to keep !2. And I will go through later and I'll look at these stats to see which of these is going to be better to keep. Alright, so back to our kennel. And who's next? next up is gonna be Cocoa Fudge and Banoffee. So Cocoa Fudge and Banana Toffee. And it looks like we were gonna try to get simultaneous Merle and ticking genes. That should be really easy to do. Wait, I thought I said Cocoa Fudge, right? Yeah, Cocoa Fudge, not Galaxy Fudge. Alright. Here's Cocoa Fudge. She's also a pretty standard dog. She's just got some tan points. Nothing particularly special. She's got that Irish coat pattern. And then we were going to do Banoffee again. And looking for Merle and Tick. Okay. Banoffee. And Cocoa Fudge. Okay, let's go ahead and breed you two together. We get 8 puppies. Alright. And we've got to vaccinate y'all. And do your gene test. Ooh, okay. So Toffee Coffee is, or no, sorry, Cocoa Fudge is not a particularly healthy dog, so we don't just have excellence all across the board this round. So that is something that I will have to keep in mind in terms of which puppy to keep. You never want a fair in any of these. So we can look at all of the different dogs and see what they look like, but I'm not going to keep any of the ones that have the fair trait. So let's see. That leaves me with puppy 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, let's see. 6 and 8 are the best ones. Yeah, so we gotta do between 6 and 8. So I can look at those two first and just see which one of those I'm gonna keep. 6 and 8. Let's look at puppy 6. Alright, boring. And puppy 8, also boring. No! Ah! What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Both those puppies are so boring. I guess we have to keep puppy 6. We want a healthy puppy. And at least I didn't keep that one from the other litter, so we can pick some different ones. But let's go ahead and look at the rest, just out of curiosity. Okay, so we have one that looks like Mom, right here. Oh, and we did get one with Merling and Ticking, which I believe we can get with some of the other combinations, so it's not too big of a loss. Here's one that looks like Mom with Ticking. Just a little red, another red. Puppy 7. Okay, Puppy 7's another Merle and Ticking, which I already have a dog that looks like that. Okay. So that was a slightly boring litter. That's okay. They can't all be winners. It's okay. Alright, who is next? Galaxy Fudge and French Vanilla Pie. And it looks like we were going to try to get an extreme piebald, but I think I already saved a dog that has the extreme piebald, so I'm not too worried. So let's just go ahead and I will show you Galaxy Fudge. So Galaxy Fudge has some roaning going on, so that's kind of what makes her look interesting. And then I'll show you French Vanilla Pie again. This was Fren. This is our little friend. So cute. Okay. Fren. And yeah. Who else is left? Okay, so we only have like a few more dogs left. Anyway, Galaxy Fudge. Alright, let's breed these two together, see what we get. Oh my god, we only get 4 puppies. Ah, that's a very small litter. Oh my god. Vaccinate. Okay, we do our little gene test. At least they're all excellent health. That's great. Let me see what's going on with these litters. Okay, so puppy 1 is the only one. The Lala gene is where you get the the large litter size. So that's what you want to breed for. So puppy one's the only one with that, so we may have to keep them. Okay, Galaxy Fudge, yes, let's look. Let's see what puppy one looks like. Okay, puppy one's at least interesting looking, so he might be good to keep. Oh my god, they're all boys. They're all boys. Wow. Extreme piebald again. Extreme piebald. Oh my, this is a very interesting looking one. So we have an extreme piebald with roaning. I definitely haven't seen a dog like that yet, but this one did not have the la-las going on, so I'm likely not going to keep that one. So it looks like we're going to keep puppy one, and that's okay. There's a chocolate and white extreme piebald with red points. I still think that one's fairly interesting looking, so let's go ahead and keep. Save, okay. Great. That was such a small litter. Oh my gosh. But now that dog's litter will be bigger the next time around. Okay, so now we have double stuff and marbled chocolate. Let me find... Where is double stuff? Double stuff... Wait, why can I not see? Am I like... Oh, double stuff's all the way at the bottom. I didn't scroll down. Double stuff is very, very boring. She's just black and white Irish. Looks like a border collie. And then, you guys have not seen marbled chocolate yet. This is marbled chocolate, aka Marble. Yeah, and this one, roan, brindle, Isabella, Merle, and white, piebald with red points. So, got a lot of interesting stuff going on. So let me go ahead and pick, all right, Marble and Double Stuff. Double Stuff is also known as Oreo. That is her call name for short. Now these two, I believe, yes, these ones, I wanted to get the recessive letter P's for their trait, because that does something to affect their eye color. It means that their eye color, I think, ignores the effect of a Merle pattern. I only got 4 puppies. Okay, my chances are not very good of getting what I wanted there. We're just gonna keep going to this one clinic where everything's $10. We are not investigating. We did! We got P's and P's! Nice! And we have a... Oh my god! 3 of the 4 puppies. That's really good luck. And also all those puppies are in all excellent health, so that's great. So puppy 2 is the only one that we do not want to keep from this litter. For sure. So, let's go here. Ooh, wow. Roaned black and white. That's really interesting looking. Puppy 2, who we're not keeping, even though he's so cute. Look at him. What do they call that? Isabella, Merle, and white piebald with red points. Puppy 3. Okay, I do have a dog that looks like this already, so I'm not going to keep that one. Ooh, and puppy 4. Ooh, look at that one. Ooh, that looks pretty. So let me see. Isabella and white piebald versus... Was it... Yeah, I think it was that one. I think I'm gonna have to keep puppy 4. Puppy 4 looks really interesting. So we will keep... Save your changes. Okay, and I think... Okay, no, we have 2 more. So next... We are doing mint chip and brownie sundae, and now you guys are going to see what I was talking about when I say I had that one of their puppies looks like a dog I already had. So let's go to mint chip. Mint chip is probably my favorite. She's so cute. This is mint chip, aka Minty. Yeah, she precious. And then let me go show you guys brownie sundae. Yeah, this is Brownie Sunday, aka Brownie. What was I looking for with these two? Merle, roan, and ticking all together. Let's just see if we can get all three of those genes together. That'd be fun. In the center. Okay, Brownie and mint chip. We got 10 puppies this time. Okay, so we have a lot to look at. This is good. This is good. Back to dragons. Oh my god, my leg's really hurting. Okay, Des. You might have to move. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I really need to stretch my legs out. Oh, man. Okay, then let me just make sure I don't look crazy on here. Yeah, I know I'm like propped up in bed. I just get a little sickies if I don't take it easy. Okay, so let's look at Brownie and Minty's litter. Almost all excellent health. Okay, well actually, there's quite a few that are not solid excellence, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Let's see if we got any Merle, roan, and ticking like I was looking for. Did we get all three together? No. Puppy 10. Puppy 10 did it. So let's take a look. Let us see if... Let's see if combining all of those traits was too much or not enough. Yeah, so let's look. Wait. I don't see any roaning. Does the roaning only show up with 2 dominant traits? I may have to look closer at that, because it's not showing up at all. It would be like an interesting dog to breed with, but otherwise I already have dogs that look like this. So let's just go starting with Puppy 1. Puppy 1's cute, looks like marble. Ooh, here we go. Okay, this is interesting. What do they call these points? Tan points. Blue Merle with tan points. Okay. That one's pretty interesting. And we got another mustard dog. This is a roan, fawn, Merle, and white with Isabella Sable. I may just keep that one just for the sake of the genetics. That's really interesting stuff going on. Then we have a roan red Merle and white with chocolate sable. Huh. Okay, this one's just boring. Already have a dog like that. Boring. Yeah, this one looks kind of like banana. It is a fawn and white, though. Here's another mustard, roan, fawn, and white. And then puppy 10. So, okay, let me click back through these, because I don't remember. Let's see. Puppy 2 is really cute with the tan points. I did like that. But puppy 3 and was it puppy 9 who was the other mustard? Yeah. What's the difference between them? Oh, you have blue eyes. I like that better. So I think I'm going to keep our little mustard puppy. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, so we have some cream genes going on. We have potential for passing on piebald traits. We have the chocolate, which is where we get the fawn color from, I think. Or maybe from the dilution. I'm not 100% sure. Let me also just click through these other ones really fast. Let me see what was the deal with this one. Okay, so no dilution there. Marling, roaning. Which one of these do I keep? Gosh, I don't know. I know the yellow one's super unique, but oh gosh, and this happens sometimes with this game. Is that like sometimes the dogs will just randomly change to a darker color for a second. I don't know what causes that. It just doesn't load properly, I think. Gosh. Mustard puppy or red puppy? I may have to look closer at them. Let's see. Excellent, excellent, good, excellent. And then puppy three's health is excellent all across the board. So maybe I will keep you. I think we will keep puppy three. Because we have better health, and that's always good. Alright, I think we're moving on to our last litter. Yeah, we are. So this is going to be banana stracciatella and marbled chocolate. So let's find, this is another banana descendant, obviously, banana stracciatella, also known as just stracciatella. Very fancy for her. And then I will show you guys Marble again really quickly, just so you remember what he looked like. Here's Marble. What was I looking for with them? Also Merle, Roan, and Tick. Okay, so I could still get it after all. Let's just see. So, where's our little Marble? Marble and Stracciatella. Alright, let's go. 9 puppies. Going back to this Dragon's Veterinary Clinic, they're getting a lot of my business today. They're probably very happy with me. Okay, let's see. Excellent health all across the board. Fantastic. Now let's see. Oh, puppy 9 might be what I was looking for this whole time. Let me see if anybody else managed to do that. We have heterozygotes here. But yeah, so it's just puppy 9? Just puppy 9. Let's see what we get. Okay, let's see. What? Yeah, that was double roaning. Huh. Oh. Hmm. No, never mind. I thought I understood what's going on, but I don't. So apparently I don't understand the roaning gene very well. I thought I did. I thought it was just a dominant trait, but it is more than that. But, I mean, Puppy 9 still looks interesting. She's adorable. Let's see. Puppy 1. Okay, we got a little bit of a muddy thing going on. That's cute. Puppy 2. Kind of boring. Here we go. We get a Merle. Have I kept any Merles yet? A brindle chocolate Merle and white with tan points and ticking. Puppy 3 is really cool. Okay, kept one like that, I think. Kind of boring. Puppy 7, puppy 8, and puppy 9. So it goes down to 3 versus 9. Let me see. 3 has just a little bit more going on. But there's this, and you have a brindle gene, which is fun. But you're so cute. Oh man, puppy 3 or puppy 9, guys. You have blue eyes. And yeah, you have all these like heterozygous traits, so you would result in having really interesting litters. Let's look at 9 again. Heterozygous here, we have some cream stuff going on. She's an Isabella. Oh my god, you guys, I don't know how to choose between these two. They're both super cute. Man. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Haven't I already kept an Isabella? Should I keep puppy 3 so that it's a little bit different? Hmm. Look at puppy 9 one more time. Gosh. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep puppy 3. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save those changes. Okay, and so now the only thing to do is go look, because I think that was our last one. Yeah, that was our last one. And let's just go through all of these, and we're just gonna open all of the keeps. So that we can just flip through them, do like one last little fashion show. Here was a keep. Because I actually don't even know. I haven't been keeping track of like how many males I've been keeping, how many females. Fourth litter, here we go. So keep. You know what? It's just, it would be faster if I did this, but kennel litters. Okay. I hope the order's not changing. Looks like I'm keeping a lot of males so far, and that might not work so great. Although I am planning on doing a second round of breeding, so that could really change things. Stracciatella, litters, double stuff, pen, kennel. No, I'm not investigating. I'm not doing it. Toffee coffee. Okay. And then here's where I was torn between these last two. So if I open this, I'm just checking to make sure that it's doing what I want it to do here. Okay. So here's our first one. We are keeping a mustard dog, a really ugly mustard dog. And then here was the second keep. Here's our third. She's a boy. Wait, what gender was this one? Oh, you were a girl. So let's see. Girl, girl, boy, 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 girl, girl, and girl. So girl between these two. I was debating for that very last one, whether we keep a red or whether we keep a chocolate. So let me just flip through all these again because, I mean, you have the chocolate color. Ooh, we are keeping a, wait, what? That can't be right. Uh-oh. I think we messed up somewhere. There's no way I would have kept the boring puppy. What happened? Oh no. Hold on. Something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is just a really boring litter. I don't remember why we kept this one. Oh no. Well, anyway, so we're keeping a red one. We are keeping another chocolate. I have this weirdo. A little mustard dog. So I guess it really doesn't matter whether we keep a red or a chocolate. So I don't know. I'm just gonna have to go through all of those ones later, I guess. And then of course this one, I'm really questioning my choices. It's so ugly. What was the deal with the other ones going on? Like, we had a lot of crazy stuff happening. Maybe just keep that instead. Keep that one. That was excellent health. Yeah, why not? Why did I have to keep... Oh, right, we had this really crazy one. Um, Puppy 3, Puppy 1. And how come you don't have anything else going on? You know what? I think I actually want to keep the fawn instead of this. It's so ugly. It's really freaking ugly. Gosh. Do I keep that versus some of these others though? These 6. So I feel like a roan brindle red. Okay, now why does this one show up roan? Let's take a look. Okay, no, so you can have that. I am not understanding fully what allows for the expression of a roan, but this guy's pretty interesting looking. And you're all good health? You're good health? Yeah. You're good health. You're good health. I think I'm gonna change who I save in this litter. Oh, here, you have some kind of stuff going on, and you have the roan trait. So we should just keep you. We should just keep you. Oh, wait, but I think I have to... First, I have to put this one up for sale. So, what are you? You're a puppy 10, so we'll just rename you puppy 10. And sell. Save. Continue. Yeah, and then let's go back. I don't remember which one it was. I'm just clicking through stuff, guys. Okay, we're keeping you. Great. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all our puppies. Um, and I don't know. We might have time to name a couple. We might be able to do that. So if we're looking at Brownie Sundae and Mint Chip, between them we are keeping a dog that looks nothing like them at all. Brownie Sundae and Mint Chip. What the heck am I gonna call this dog? I can't call it either of those things. It's gotta be mustard something. What am I gonna call this ugly dog? Maybe... Oh, turmeric. Turmeric's a yellow spice. We can do that, right? We can call you turmeric something. So like mint is a spice, turmeric's a spice, and turmeric actually does have a little bit of a mintiness to it. So that's appropriate. So we gotta call you turmeric something. But it looks like I don't even have to give you a full name, so we're just gonna call you turmeric right now. Yeah, turmeric. Okay. And then let's go through this one. So we have habanero honey and ghostly silence, and we are keeping this one of theirs. Ooh, okay, so we could maybe we call it like ghost pepper or something. Um, yeah, sure. So ghost pepper is gonna be your like full name, I guess. Yeah, you're gonna be ghost pepper, and then we'll just call you let's call you Pepper for short. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Great. Okay, and then Banana Toffee and Outlaw's Descent, and we decided to keep this cute little guy. So Outlaw's Descent was also called Espresso, not Espresso. Um, hmm. There's Banana Toffee? Okay. Yeah, we can give you something. Because I think you were also a descendant of Toffee Coffee, so we can definitely stick with the coffee. I think we're gonna call you Coffee Bean or something. Like, yeah, sure. We'll call you like Coffee Bean Latte. That'll be your full name, and then we're gonna call you Beans for short. Beans. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Banana toffee and cocoa fudge. This should be easy, right? Banana toffee, cocoa fudge. Um, hmm. Yeah, I guess we should call you something like dark. Maybe we'll call you something like berry. Like berry fudge. Ooh, or like black currant. Black currant. That's what your full name's gonna be. And then I guess we'll call you, what would we call you for short? I guess we'll call you Barry. Yeah, sure. We'll call you Barry for short. All right, and then we have here French vanilla pie and galaxy fudge. And we have this guy. French vanilla pie, galaxy fudge. Don't know, I'm having a hard time coming up with names tonight. My goodness. Usually I'm a lot more creative than this. Yep, whoops, I was just trying to check. Hello, I am like occasionally trying to check chat. It was really hard with trying to fly through all of this. Um, but yeah, I don't have a ton of like stream followers yet. So I'm still working on building that up just to answer your question in chat. I don't know what I'm gonna call this guy. I'm gonna have to think about this one for a bit. So yeah, French vanilla pie and galaxy fudge. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna call you. We just don't know. Okay, next litter, French vanilla pie and feast on the wicked, and we are keeping. Oh, right, the weird one. Yeah, I'm not gonna name that one yet because I'm actually gonna go back through that litter. I just really want to comb through and make absolutely sure that's the one I want to keep since it's kind of a boring dog. Um, let's go to marbled chocolate and banana stracciatella because I feel like this one should be more interesting. And between marble and stracciatella, we are keeping this one. Okay, yeah, I love this one. Let's see. Could call you like marble chipper or something like that. I feel like that'd be kind of cute. Maybe, yeah. We'll try like marble chipper, and then we'll call you Chip for short. And then, okay, marble and Oreo, and we were keeping you. Okay, so we definitely need to name you after some kind of Oreo. Um, let's see. I know they had like the golden Oreos, but this dog's not really yellow. She's like an Isabella. Yeah, Isabella in white. She's not quite a golden Oreo. I'm trying to think what we could call her. We could call her. Hmm, no, she's not quite lemony either. Hmm. Or maybe there's some other kind of cookie that we can call her. She looks. If she had some like brown stripes or Merle on her, then I would say she'd look kind of like um what are those like long thin stick biscuit kind of cookies that have like the chocolate inside? I'd say that. Um and she's not quite like the Lotus Biscoff cookies either. She could maybe be like a pecan sandy kind of cookie. Maybe, yeah, maybe we'll call her Sandy something. Um, yeah, because between Marble, I guess we can call her like Marbled Sandy. And then Sandy, of course, would be her name for short. That'll work. And last one, Wicked Mango and Toffee Coffee. Oh, that's right, but I am also evaluating these two. So, I guess I gotta look at those ones later. Okay. What's up, kid? Alright, I do think that I will show off our puppies one last time before logging off, just so we can see what we made. Toffee, okay. So, we bred Brownie Sundae and Mint Chip, and we got turmeric. We bred Habanero Honey and Ghostly Silence and got pepper. We bred Banana Toffee and Outlaw's Descent, aka Espresso, and got beans. Banana Toffee and Cocoa Fudge, and we got Berry. French Vanilla Pie and Galaxy Fudge, and we have to be named later. French Vanilla Pie and Feast on the Wicked, and we got to be named later. Marble Chocolate and Banana Stracciatella, and we got Chip. Chip is really cute. I think that's probably my favorite one of this entire batch that we've done. Marble Chocolate and Double Stuff, and we got Sandy. And then lastly, we had Wicked Mango and Toffee Coffee, and we were choosing between these two. So yeah. Um, that is it for the Furry-Paws Breeding Crazy Coat Colors live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking around with me. And then, of course, hello to anyone who watches this later after it's fully uploaded to YouTube. Um, but yeah, this is a super fun one. I have been working really, really hard on this, and I do have another a round of breeding that I'm gonna do with the same dogs in my kennel. So all of these guys before. I have another set of pairings already picked out, but I have to wait. I think it's 12 days. It could be 14 days before it'll actually even allow me to breed the females again. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for tonight. Thanks so much, you guys. Bye.